Hello and welcome everybody. Another hot day here in the plant room. The temperature is 31.5 degrees Celsius. The humidity is 33%. I have quite a few jobs to do today. On the floor here are some bags with a variety of plants. Some of them house plants, some of them are edibles like peppers. What else do we have? Oh, an agleonema in there. Okay, so I've pre-loosened the compost to save a bit of time and have some larger pots to pot up. First of all, I think it will be the pepper plants. I'm going to pot up that tomato plant, possibly the strawberries, possibly this pepper plant too. I'll just check the roots on this. No, that can wait for a while. That's still fine. It's best not to let them get too pot bound. They do like to search for the nutrients, so bigger pots are better. I have one large pot here, a few smaller pots, 1, 2, 3, about 7, 8, and some smaller pots which I probably won't use today. I'll wait until these seed trays start developing seedlings. Okay, so starting with main priority is these peppers. Now these were from last year. Hot pepper this one is. I'll just bring you a close up on it. It's probably better to buy, either start off from seeds or buy fresh pepper plants like this one. This was purchased this year. Obviously this was purchased last year as some similar to this, but I didn't have much success with it. I don't know why. I think it was too cold. But anyway, I'll check the roots on this first. It does need repotting, obviously because it's from last year and it's in the same pot. It's very dry. Okay, so not a great deal of roots, but really I should have watered these first. But I'll pop them up and water them anyway. I've got nothing to lose really. This one is a bellboy pepper, not as great as this one. Let's check the roots again. Same story. Just put that aside a second. A jalapeno. Everyone likes that. Again, I'll see how this goes. I had to trim some of the branches off. They started to go yellow. Same with this one. This one's grown in a different way. I did also have another pepper plant, but it didn't last through the winter. So I can't remember what type it was. So moving on, I'll just pop them into slightly larger pots. Let's try these here. So what we'll do, this compost's very moist, so these plants should be okay in it. I'll try and plant it a bit deeper actually. Okay, gently press down the soil, the compost, and in goes the first one, which is the jalapeno. It's gone right to the top. I'll take a bit more out. I don't want the water to overflow the sides of the pots as I'm watering it, so just about an inch. So the roots can go outwards as well, so yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so I'll push down some of the dry soil off the top, put a bit of fresh compost on it. I'll water these later on. There's enough moisture in there, in this compost, for them to be okay for a while. Just, again, gently press around the edges, a little bit more on top. Okay, there's one done, and that was the jalapeno. Okay, just where can I put this? So I can move those away. Next we have the hot pepper cayenne scented odorant. Try again. I need one of those pots. In fact, two. About an inch of compost in the bottom again. You don't want to put too large a pot because you can get pockets of moisture which can encourage root rot. So that's not a good idea. That's a bit. Maybe these pots weren't the best, but anyway, I can always pop them up again. So just breaking the loose soil off the top. Put some fresh compost in. That's number 2 done. Next we have the bellboy. This is just a normal pepper, not a spicy one like the others. And we'll put about 1 inch of soil on the bottom. Gently firm it down. See, the roots aren't great on it. I don't really know whether these will produce anything good, but it's worth a try anyway. Okay, knock the loose dry soil off the top. Some fresh compost around the edges. Put a bit more in. Okay, next is going to be just checking roots. Oh, tomato plant. I might use the large pot for the tomato. I think there'll be some vigorous growth on it, so I think I can get away with using a large pot for the tomato. They grow so quickly. Put a couple of good scoops of compost in, gently firm it down. This is big boy tomato, so it's a beefsteak variety. I'm looking forward to this actually. That's 2. Put a bit more soil in. Oh, I can smell that already. Brilliant. Take that out. More soil in. If you'd have noticed, I'll just take this out a second. Look how well white the roots are compared to the other pepper plants. These are the same family, the nightshades. Very good. Same as potatoes. Potatoes are part of the nightshade family. Capsicums, like hot peppers, tomatoes, perhaps some more things as well. Can't think of just yet. Okay, so tomato plant, I'll put that straight on the shelf, can go up there, just dust the bottom off. Actually no, I'll just move it aside in a minute. Okay, next we just checking roots on plants. On the house plants we have a philodendron billietiae here. This is a cutting from the main plant, which I'll show you here, which is doing alright. I've recently checked the roots on that. I know that they're okay, although this time of year it might be worth putting them in compost. At the moment they're in bark with some orchid mix, which is like a mixture of bark and compost. But in the winter compost isn't great because it doesn't dry out quick enough. So the experience that I've had with these is root rot. So during the winter put them in bark so they can dry out quickly. In the summer try them with some compost. So I haven't checked the roots on this for a while, so I will just show you what's going on with it first. We've got oh, that's not good, bring it closer. A new leaf emerging and some more caterpillars poking up. This should be interesting actually. Oh no, not good. Don't want to look at that. Okay, so nothing disastrous. Doesn't look great though, there should be a lot whiter than that. As you can see, this one, this is an aerial root that's deciding to become a normal root. As you can see, it's gone white. Shake this off a bit. You can see the aerial root is like a dark beige colour going into white there. That's becoming a soil root. Same with that, that's another aerial root which perhaps will become another soil root. Soil roots are very dark. That one's quite white down there, they're not looking great. Obviously there's a long one there. So what I will do is put that into a smaller pot. I think that pot was way too big for it and too deep. So I'll put something else in that. This can go in a smaller pot. Is this one big enough? Ooh, just about. Okay. So it's in. Now what I'll do is I'll just put some of this moist compost in. I'm going to have to check this again soon. Maybe in another video I'll need to tidy up the roots, take all the ones that look like they're decaying, remove those and just leave the fresh white ones. But at the moment it's pushing out new leaves, so it's trying with the conditions that it's got at the moment. So just bring that down a bit. Okay, we'll put that over here for a second. Next we have a Monstera deliciosa, which has got some sort of bacterial problem. I don't know what it is. It's not serious, but it just keeps losing leaves. Again, maybe the mixture's not right. There's no perlite in there, which I know a lot of people use. So let's have a look. Shall I leave that for the moment? Yes, I'll leave that for another day, because I have recently checked the roots on this and they did look okay. So I'll put that aside for a moment. We have a agleonema pictum tricolour. It's just a young plant at the moment. It originally had you see this stem, that was the original plant, but it got too hot and the leaves dropped off, and now it's shrinking. I presume this new growth here is sucking energy from the old bit. I imagine that'll just go right down to the roots. Hopefully not too far. I might cut it off if it starts going too far, in case it is some sort of virus or bacteria. I imagine the roots are fine on that, so I'll leave that for a second. We have now, in one of my previous videos I didn't know the Latin name for this, but it's Monstera conigii. It's a curry plant, so the leaves are edible, you use them in curries. It's pushing out some new growth, looks quite nice. It does suffer with pests, so I have to spray it occasionally with organic treatment, organic pest control, because eventually I do want to consume this. Because it's pushing out new leaves, I'm going to leave that. I presume the roots will be okay. What else do we have? Strawberry plants. Let's have a look at the roots on these. Yeah, they look like they could be transplanted into a larger pot, so we'll do that. And the other one, which struggled a bit, I let it dry out, and as you can see the leaves didn't completely recover. But it's still alive, so it's okay. Yeah, the roots look okay. So we'll use 2 large pots for this. These are alpine strawberries. Apparently they're sweetest variety, and everyone likes sweet fruit. So that's why I got these ones. These will eventually go outside in perhaps a month or so. Same with the tomato plant. Perhaps not the peppers, because they like consistent heat. I've tried peppers in the garden before and it didn't really work. It's not warm enough in the UK consistently. I think they like it not too hot, but hot enough, a consistent warmth, and they just don't like it outside. Greenhouses, yeah, not outdoors. Strawberry plants fine, obviously. UK grows a lot of strawberries. Tomato plants do great in the garden. I think they just like the space to spread the roots. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, I do have 3 house plants that I need to check the roots on. I'll grab them in a minute. They are not in here. They were actually sold as Monstera obliqua. Now, true obliquas are very expensive, but on the shelves in the UK, sometimes you can pick up Monstera obliqua. I'm not sure whether they're a hybrid or tissue culture, but they are selling them. They don't look exactly the same, but they do have the holes in the leaves, just like obliqua. But what I've noticed is they don't push out the runners, which is well known that those plants do that. They push out like runners. I'll just grab those, just one second. Okay, here they are. Not doing great, I must admit. They were in water to start with, like a hydroponics, perhaps nutrient solution, or just plain water when I bought them. And they had leaves as well, but the leaves keep falling off. Now I've tried to transition them into soil, or this is bark actually, orchid bark. As you can see, there's the remnants of the leaves with the holes in. A bit closer, you can see it. There you go. So what I'll do is, this one looks the best. It's actually pushing out a new leaf at the top. As you can see, it hasn't unfurled completely yet, but all 3 of them are alive. There were actually 1 plant, and I always cut it into 3 parts, as you do. So let's have a look what's going on with the roots here. Oh, not too bad actually. Not as bad as I thought actually. I will pull these dead leaves off. But as you can see, there's a few growth points coming out of the main stem. There's one there, one at the back there. In fact, they're all over it. One there, one there, one there. That looks like the leaf's died. But as you can see, the roots look pretty good. No black bits. Quite a few white roots. That one doesn't look good in the middle there. That's completely gone. But yeah, that's looking all right. That is. Let's check the other one out. Same story again. All the leaves have died, but it's pushing out new growth. There were no drainage holes in these pots. What I did is just put the plant, the supposed obliqua, in there with some bark, filled it up with water and just drained it off every so often. Again, the roots are looking okay on that. Obviously the top bits died, but we have a new caterpillar leaf, another new leaf poking out there. As you can see, these were 1 plant originally. Well, that's upside down. The last one here, this is the worst out of the 3 cuttings. Yeah, again, the roots looking okay, nothing alarming. But what I'll do now is try them in some compost. Okay, so we'll use, move those out of the way. These 3 pots will do. So I'll just put some bit of compost in the bottom, wrap the roots around. Bit of compost on the top, just turn it round, a bit more. We'll see how it goes. There's one. Same with the next one. Just about halfway full. This is the best one out of the 3. Maybe need a larger pot for that actually. Try this one. Yeah. Okay, so that must have been the main plant. The other 2 were just cuttings off the main plant. About 1/3 of the way full on this. So you suspend it, really, keep it suspended so that the roots are distributed throughout the pot rather than just put it all to the bottom of the pot. Okay, that should be enough. Never fill it right to the top. You need some, when you're watering it, you don't want all the soil and water to overflow out the sides. You knock down, okay, a bit more. It's standing up by itself now. There's no harm in leaving these aerial roots exposed because they'll just adjust to the air and go brown. A bit like the agleonema here. As you can see, the roots are not entirely in the soil, but they've gone brown. If you put sphagnum moss around it, they'll turn green. Okay, last one is this one here. Some decent roots on there. Okay, so again, just under half a pot full there. Maybe take a little bit out. Wrap it round the edges of the pot. Put the main plant in the middle. Tap it down, and then a bit more on top. There you go. Okay, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, updates. I'll be checking some of the roots on the philodendron, Prince of Orange. 3 of those. There's one here. But the caterpillars are coming out of them. They look fine. And this one here. Again, these were one main plant divided into 3, and the philodendron lemon limes. This is a epipremnum aureum, but it's the lime version. It's not the golden pothos. This is a golden pothos here, so they're the same plant essentially, but this one has yellow or cream variegation on it. That is just entirely green, and this over here is the mother plant to, this is the roots coming out of the bottom of the pot. Okay, so I'll check this one. This is a philodendron lemon lime, or philodendron hederaceum lemon lime. The other word for it is scandens, which means scattering or something like that. So I'll just check this out here. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just put a bit of compost in the bottom of the pot. because the roots were coming out of the bottom, and I'll just literally put the plant back in. There you go. A bit on the top, good luck. That's got plenty of water in it, I won't need to water that for a while. Okay, that's all then. Thank you for watching, stay tuned for more videos. Bye.